CE. Interpretation of the Book of 2nd Esdras chapter 12. 1. And it came to pass, while the lion spoke these words unto the eagle, I saw. 2. And, behold, the head that remained and the 4 wings appeared no more, and the 2 went unto it and set themselves up to reign, and their kingdom was small, and full of uproar. Fall of the Zionist Federation and 4 colonial empires. The French, British, Spanish and Portuguese, then the rise of the Italian Empire and the Greater German Reich. 3. And I saw, and, behold, they appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt so that the earth was in great fear. Then awaked I out of the trouble and trance of my mind, and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, Fall of the Western powers. 4. Lo, this hast thou done unto me, in that thou searchest out the ways of the highest. 5. Lo, yet am I weary in my mind, and very weak in my spirit. And little strength is there in me, for the great fear wherewith I was afflicted this night. 6. Therefore will I now beseech the highest, that he will comfort me unto the end. 7. And I said, Lord that bearest rule, if I have found grace before thy sight, and if I am justified with thee before many others, and if my prayer indeed be come up before thy face. 8. Comfort me then, and show me thy servant the interpretation and plain difference of this fearful vision, that thou mayest perfectly comfort my soul. 9. For thou hast judged me worthy to show me the last times. 10. And he said unto me, This is the interpretation of the vision. 11. The eagle, whom thou sawest come up from the sea, is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. 12. But it was not expounded unto him, therefore now I declare it unto thee. 13. Behold, the days will come, that there shall rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. Western powers, successor of the Roman Empire. 14. In the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another. A sequential rise and fall of kingdoms who lead in global hegemony. 15. Whereof the second shall begin to reign, and shall have more time than any of the 12. Ottoman Empire, circa 1299 to 1922 CE. 16. And this do the 12 wings signify, which thou sawest. 17. As for the voice which thou heard speak, and that thou sawest not to go out from the heads but from the midst of the body thereof, this is the interpretation. 18. That after the time of that kingdom there shall arise great strivings, and it shall stand in peril of failing. Nevertheless it shall not then fall, but shall be restored again to his beginning. Western powers, agrarian, religious, political, academic, economic, and industrial revolutions, for regional dominance and global hegemony. 19. And whereas thou sawest the 8 small under feathers sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation. Constitutional Western powers, abolition of Western absolute monarchs. 20. That in him there shall arise 8 kings, whose times shall be but small, and their years swift. 21. And 2 of them shall perish, the middle time approaching. 4 shall be kept until their end begin to approach. But 2 shall be kept unto the end. Fall of the Ottoman and the Austria-Hungary empires. Colonial France, Britain, Spain and Portugal. Imperial Italy and Germany. 22. And whereas thou sawest 3 heads resting, this is the interpretation. 23. In his last days shall the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms, and renew many things therein, and they shall have the dominion of the earth. Patrons of 3 major religious authorities over Western powers, facilitated the European era of Age of Discovery, circa 1418 to 1620 CE. Scientific Revolution, 1543 to 1620 CE, Age of Enlightenment, 1687 to 1789 CE, European Reformation, 16th century, Renaissance, 15th and 16th century, Second Agrarian Revolution, mid-17th to the late 19th century, Industrial Revolution, mid-18th to early 19th century. 24. And of those that dwell therein, with much oppression, above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle. Authors and patrons of hegemony. Papal, Caliph, and the Zionist establishments. 25. For these are they that shall accomplish his wickedness, and that shall finish his last end. 26. And whereas thou sayest that the great head appeared no more, it signifies that one of them shall die upon his bed, and yet with pain. The formal abolition of the caliphate, ending a 1,300-year institution since 632 CE, shocked the Muslim world, prompted failed attempts to appoint a new caliph. 27. For the two that remain shall be slain with the sword. Papal and Zionist establishments. 28. For the sword of the one shall devour the other. But at the last shall he fall through the sword himself. End of Papal and the Zionist establishments. 29. And whereas thou sayest two feathers under the wings passing over the head that is on the right side. Powers set to rise above the European religious authorities. The Italian Empire and the German Third Reich. 30. It signifieth that these are they, whom the highest hath kept unto their end. This is the small kingdom and full of trouble, as thou sayest. The Italian Empire and the German Third Reich. Reign through post-World War I up to World War II. 31. And the lion, whom thou sayest rising up out of the wood, and roaring, and speaking to the eagle, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard. 32. This is the anointed, which the highest hath kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. Shall reprove them, and shall upbraid them with their cruelty. 33. For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them, and correct them. Compare with 2 Esdras 11:38-46, and with Psalms 82, and with Him Emperor Haile Selassie I's appeal to the League of Nations on 12 May 1936, Geneva. 34. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy, those that have been pressed upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. 35. This is the dream that thou sayest, and these are the interpretations. 36. Thou only hast been meet to know this secret of the highest. 37. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book, and hide them. 38. And teach them to the wise of the people, whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. 39. But wait thou here thyself yet 7 days more, that it may be show thee, whatsoever it pleaseth the highest to declare unto thee.